Alright, so let's talk about Quadmula SIREN F35 frame that, well, it's not new anymore, but a little while ago it came out and they asked me if I want to review it and I said yes. So just keep in mind that I did receive this frame for free. So it's not an entirely objective opinion, but I will present you with the facts that I found. Let's start with the basics about this frame. One thing that you should be aware of is that it is only supporting a 20x20 stack. For the VTX, of course, it's 20x20 or 25.5 by 25.5 as well. And the motors are only 12x12 as well. So that means that you cannot use 9x9 motors. So just keep that in mind if you want to build one. But I mean, just looking at this frame, it looks really nice. It seems really durable. It doesn't flex at all. And it's just really roughly built. They say it's built for abuse. Now they are saying that it's really rugged for bando and that is mainly some of the CPU parts and also a little bit longer arms that protect the motors as well if you do crash. Now, one of the things they also done is that the CPU camshell, the bottom part here is set up with some small TPU sticks thing. That means if it is in a crash, they will snap and it will protect the camera from being destroyed. Really clever, but I haven't tested it. They also made this little board and there comes 3 capacitors with it. So they just solder up in parallel, meaning you get a lot better capacitance. I don't know what's it called, but it does put them in parallel. That means you get a better effect from the capacitors with a smaller size as well. They also added steel screws instead of aluminum screws. It will make it heavier, but it will also make it more durable. They did calculate this for a 3.5 inch instead of a shrunken down 5 inch because they wanted to have something that flew a lot better. The standoffs also seem pretty rough on this drone. I mean, they are full M3 standoffs, so they could have saved weight, but they decided to go the other route and make this more durable. The arms are, like many other frames today, a single bolt. If you break an arm, it's not a big deal. You can just switch it out really quickly. It weighs around 76 grams, so it's not a light frame for a 3.5 inch, but it is made more durable. They have some pretty thick carbon. I think it's 4 millimeters. The DJI antennas, it does require a little bit of fiddling to get this on, but it is really snugly fit and it does not produce any vibrations. That reminds me, the noise profile for this frame, of course, I'll show you a picture here, and this is unfiltered gyro noise. My thoughts on this frame is that it is absolutely fantastic. It's a little bit heavy for a 3.5 inch. Who is it for? I think it's just for people who doesn't have the same space as it requires for a 5-inch drone. Then the 3.5 inch is a little bit better for a little bit tighter spaces. This is something I would use in a smaller field or a large garden because it's just a little bit more manageable than a big 5-inch, and it's just a little bit more powerful and a little bit more fun to fly than a 2.5 inch as well. So it's a good middle ground where you still keep a lot of freestyle capabilities, you have a lot of throw in it, but you don't give up a whole lot either. If you want to know more about this frame and want to see what parts I put in this, check out this video next, and I'll see you there. Thank you for watching, and get out there and get flying.